Well, of course, now I have a special interest in seeing what that daycare center looks like.
Oh, yes, I hear that. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you.
I am so happy for you and Tom. You know, you guys make me believe in love again.
Oh, Mom.
Excuse me, Dr. Foster phone. Do you want it?
Oh, could be my Mr. Ray.
Well,
Yes, I'll take
don't let
it.
me stop you. Dr. Collins?
Simone, hi, how are you doing?
Oh, fine, thank you.
Well, after your checkup next week, I'll be able to tell you how you're doing.
And will you also be able to tell me how happy I'm feeling?
Well, no checkup necessary for that. It's written all over your face.
Good night.
How's Tom holding up?
Oh, he's quite happy and a little over-solicitous right now. Tell me, is it true that you had 3 children?
Yes, 3 handfuls, 9, 11, and 12.
Oh, and how did you manage your secrets, children, career?
Well, it
Tell me.
wasn't easy. It calls for a lot of cooperation from the husband, which I was lucky enough to have.
Great.
You're going to keep up with your career, aren't
Oh,
you?
yes, I am.
Good. How is Tom taking that?
Oh, quite well. Very supportive, yes, yes. So let me tell you, before we go upstairs...
Hello, everybody.
Hi there.
Oh, hi, Lucy.
Maybe you don't know, my hands are so cold. It must be from nervousness. Is everybody here?
Except Steve.
Oh.
He just called from his office. He'll be here in just a couple minutes.
Excuse me.
Amanda.
Hello. Hi, Mr. Quartermain.
Lucy, dear. Excited.
Hello?
Well, actually, I'm dying. I think if you weren't here, I'd be very tempted to run off. Mr. Quartermain, I do so hope that you like our project.
Well, we'll see. I'm known for my open mind.
You shouldn't call it our project.
Oh, but it really is. You've been wonderful. Without you, I'd be nowhere. Do you know she has offered the most wonderful ideas, and she has the best taste.
You've worked closely together, I see, huh?
Well, she calls me for advice. We've become very good friends, haven't we, Julie?
I do hope so.
No, that's nice to hear, I must say.
Well, as far as we're concerned, Mr. Quartermain, you are the person we want to impress the most, because you are the most important person here.
I'm too modest to accept that compliment, although it's probably true.
Well, speaking of modesty, Lucy still insists on calling it the Tanya Jones Daycare Center.
Oh, well, of course I do.
These must be very sad days for your husband.
Yes, indeed they must. Contrary to public opinion, I do have a heart.
Well, they are. They're sad days for me also. I love Tony's brother, too.
I do hope I didn't keep everyone waiting.
Oh, here's Steve. Let's get started.
What is Bobby doing here? She is not on the committee for this project.
Well, we're all ready.
Steve, maybe I shouldn't.
Nonsense, you're my guest. Are we ready?
Yeah, let's move.
Well, everybody, to the 4th floor. We're all set. We got it for you.
Hey, Bobby.
Yes, Amy.
Would you have a second when you're done?
Sure. Why?
I wanted to talk to you about Scotty.
Okay.
Oh, really? You make...
All right. Well, you've seen the little napping room and the kitchen and the bathrooms, and this is the best I've saved for very last.
Oh, isn't this attractive? Edward, isn't it charming?
Yes, yes, I must admit it is.
Lucy, this is so nice. But then again, I have a personal stake in things.
Oh, thank you very much.
I really like your choice of colors.
I do, too.
Oh, thank you. You'll note we have a little sand table over here, and then we have, these are blackboards and easels. They double as both, and if you'll notice, they are very, very easy to clean. They're stain resistant, so it makes them very practical. I keep going on and on. If you have any questions, please feel free to interrupt.
I do.
Oh, really?
How many children can you take care of here?
Well, we can take care of 10 children, and we can squeeze in 12. It will depend on their ages, you know, but most of those children will probably spend their time in the nursery. Now, I have fact sheets right here that give you all that information. Here you go. You can look these over, and I'm sure it'll be helpful.
Thank you.
10 to 12, 10 to 12, 10 to 12.
This is the number of personnel you require.
Yes, yes, it is.
I'm afraid we have a problem here.
You're looking at what I'm looking at, Edward?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure
what
out
is
the
it? What's
cost
the
per
matter?
child.
The cost per child?
Yes, yes, it's very simple. You just take the total cost and divide it by the number of children you'll be handling. Yeah. But you could send these kids to college based on my figures.
Oh, I'm sure you're wrong, Edward. This is a stunning daycare center.
Well, thank you, Amanda. Thank you.
I agree with Edward on the cost per child.
No, but Lucy's put her heart and her soul into this.
Amanda, I suggest you look at these figures that I've written down here. As chairman of the board, I can guarantee the board will not go along with this setup as it stands.
Oh, dear, dear, dear. Edward, these figures are out of sight.
And shouldn't we be able to accommodate some more children? I'm just thinking of the number of working mothers we have here at the hospital.
I think you're right.
Lucy, may I suggest that you go to every daycare center in the city or even the state and find out how they operate without going into the red?
Yes, we can't open up with this situation as it stands. We'll be bled to death in 8 weeks.
Well, I have to be getting back to my office.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, well, I'm a busy man, too. Amanda, can I walk you to your car?
Oh, thank you, Edward. I'm sure you'll take care of it.
Oh, Bobby,
Yes.
you did this to me.
Yes, Dr. Alcott, pathology, and find out what's holding up that report.
Good news. You can go see your sister now. But the doctor said you can only stay for a little while because she needs a rest.
Dr. Reinhardt, respiratory therapy.
Amy, you wanted to talk to me about Scott?
Yes, I do. Well, if looks could kill, we'd be burying you right now.
Well, looks like Lucy and I are back to square one, but I really can't deal with it. I have so much to do before I go home.
First, Scotty.
What about him?
Well, I've been noticing he's managed to worm his way back into the hearts of almost everybody here in Port Charles. And considering that you and I are two of his oldest surviving victims, don't you feel it's our responsibility to warn people?
Amy, he's done some good things, too.
Don't you remember his major character flaw?
What?
He really believes the ends justify the means, but his means hurt people.
Amy, look, I believe he's changed. He really has. And besides, for the past month, he's been an absolute rock for me.
Yeah? Well, if I was you, I'd be afraid to look under that rock.
You can't know what it was like.
Lucy, it's gonna be all right.
It's not going to be all right. I was just so humiliated. I had all those people eating right out of the palm of my hand for the first 5 or 10 minutes of the damn meeting. And Amanda Verity, she was practically raving about all the work I'd done. She was really raving about
Well, of course she was.
Oh, yeah, but then Bobby had to put in her 2 cents and ruin everything. You don't know what it was like to stand in that room knowing that all those people felt so uncomfortable and just wanted to get the hell out of there. Amanda jumped on the bandwagon, and Edward and Steve, they all started staring down. Oh, my work, all that work that I worked so hard to get done.
Now, it sounds like they just want some readjustment, though.
Oh, God. Come on, it was a gang-up. Steve and Bobby, as soon as I saw them coming in, I should have known they were out to sabotage
Lucy,
me.
Steve doesn't work that way.
Well, Bobby Myers sure the hell doesn't. You can't tell me any different, Tony.
Now, as soon as you calm down, I want to hear everything that happened, all right?
I can't believe it. The minute I let down my guard, the very first time, what does Bobby do? She stabs me right in the back. Well, I'm gonna fix her, Tony. You'll see. Don't you worry. I'll fix her good.
Oh, yeah, Bobby, come on in.
I've been rushing, and I have to keep rushing, but I just wanted to tell you about the talk that I had with Steve, about you and also about something else. So which first?
Well, let's get me out of the way first.
Steve was very receptive to the idea of you putting yourself up for the position of legal counsel when the job opens up.
That's great.
The only thing is we don't know when the job is opening up.
Did he give any kind of indication when they might be?
Well, in a way, he did.
Well, how?
He said that he was thinking of calling Lee.
Lee.
Yes, he wants to call Lee and ask him for his input and ask him for his recommendations. And that leads me to believe that the job is going to be open pretty soon.
Well, you know what that leaves me to believe?
What?
That I'm dead.
Scott.
No, I can just see my father talking to Steve now. You know, I can't recommend Scotty for that job.
Well, now, wait a minute. He might say that first. But I can also hear Steve saying that you've done some splendid work for General Hospital lately. Why, just last week, Scott stopped a malpractice suit from being slapped on the hospital. That can be very impressive coming from Steve.
Yeah, but it's kind of like this catch-22. You see, I want this job so I can get my father's respect again, but I can't get the job without his approval.
Scott, your dad is a very fair man. You also don't know how he feels about you these days.
Well, that's true.
He might want a reconciliation as much as you do.
Well, that would be great.
And besides, now you have Steve rooting for you. That can be very impressive because he can be very persuasive.
You know, you can be very persuasive yourself. You got me hoping.
Good.
Now, what was the other thing you wanted to talk to me about?
Well, I talked to Steve, and he gave me the days off. So I wired Jake from the hospital in Montevideo in that hotel that he stayed in.
Well, that's good.
And I told him that I'm coming to see him this Saturday.
Saturday?
Yes, it's all set. I'm leaving tomorrow.
Well, that's good. I mean, I guess this is the right thing to do.
Yes, it is. I'm very excited.
Well, good. Well, I'm glad that you feel it's a good thing for you.
I mean, I just think that doing nothing about our marriage is wrong.
Of course.
And actually, now that I've decided to take a positive attitude, it's really given me an uplift. As a matter of fact, I have to pack.
Well, it's going to take some time, Bobby.
No, it's going to take me hours to pack. It's summer in Uruguay, right?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness, it's going to take me hours to pack. All my summer things are in storage. This turned out to be such a good day for you and for me. I'll see you later.
Okay.
Yeah, hello. Listen, I've got a little problem, and maybe you can help me out here. My secretary wired my brother in Montevideo. Yeah, that's right, down in Uruguay. Yeah, look, she sent this a little while ago, but she made a mistake. She's got me coming in on Saturday, but I'm not coming in till the following Saturday. Yeah. Oh, so you understand. Well, here's what I was wondering if you could do. Is there a way of changing the date, stopping the telegram?